What's up guys, and welcome back to another Lightroom tutorial from Wofty Wild. We going into the new Lightroom, so I've just finished downloading the new version of Lightroom. Got Photoshop CC, so I get the updates as and when they come, which is really exciting. Don't freak out, they haven't changed too much. So we're sticking with Lightroom Classic. I will do another tutorial on the new version of Lightroom that they've created, and it is really cool. But I like to stick with what I know for now. So let's talk through what we're doing today. Today we're going through some of my photos that I still need to edit from my UK trip to see Gigi and Mike. So let's pull those up and get started with the editing process. I've been putting this off for a while because it's been a busy time lately, but we need to get into editing all our photos. So just checking I don't have any videos in here. That's cool. We just want the pictures. And check we've got the right ones. So we're down in Bournemouth. Spent a bit of time at the beach playing with the squirrels. And then we went down the coast, which was really cool to see the coast of the United Kingdom. Captured some really cool images, saw a few castles, played in the park. It was a lot of fun with Gigi and Mike. And my dad was with us as well, which was really special. Okay, let's pull all of those photos in and get editing. So I'm going to talk you through the process that I normally go through. And I normally start off by flagging my images. So I use the P and the U key to flag. So P to flag and U to unflag. So P is to pick the photo if you like it, and U to unpick. So I like to go through the thumbnails and just pick which photos I prefer. If I've got two, then I'll go in and check. There's three now. That's a nice one, eh? And then unpick. There's a great expression on my face here. Those are always quality ones. These ones are always really hard. You got to keep the shutter speed really high. Always hard to get those ones in focus. It's quite a cool blurry background. First little deer that we spotted. Definitely got to keep one of those. And then I always like to look at them as thumbnails, because if it doesn't look good as a thumbnail, it's not going to be a good picture in the end. The thumbnail is always going to catch people's attention and create a really cool looking image. So that's what you want to look out for, is a cool thumbnail. It was a really beautiful coastline. I was really impressed with how nice it looked. That's actually a better one. That corner. It's good shots. I can't take credit for all of these photos. A lot of them were taken by Gij and my dad, and some of them by Mike. Mike is the most talented photographer in the family. It's always nice to put photos together that tell you part of the story, and people feel like they were there with you. Oh, those are some cool photographs, and hard to decide between which are best, but what's always nice to zoom in so you can check how the focus is hit. Just give it a bit of time. The butterfly and the fly sharing this one, but you can see that detail is a bit sharper. And then always just give it a bit of time to load correctly, and then you can see which one is better. Those are going to be really cool. You can see me, I'm always sticking the GoPro out the window, getting some footage. It's quite a funny one. Oh, that is very dark. What you can do when you got photos like this and you do want to check, we can quickly shoot into the development module and just pump up that exposure so we can see, and then we go copy those attributes and then paste. Just to check. It's me sticking the GoPro in there again, getting in everyone's way in the photos. Definitely getting that shot. I actually haven't seen that GoPro footage. That could be quite cool. Just upgraded to the new GoPro 6 and really enjoying it. So if you guys are thinking about getting the GoPro 6, definitely have a look at it. Definitely worth getting. And then remember, we're going to shoot out of the development module. The photos will just load a bit quicker there. Me cracking a good joke as always. Mike enjoys my jokes. Thanks, Mike. Good angles. So you can see Mike's a photographer here. He's changed the angle really nicely, and that's a much better photograph. Well done, Mike. Can learn a thing or two from you. We're going to have to ask Mike to do a special Lightroom tutorial for us soon. I like the texture of the roofs here, so I'm going to do one or two cool edits with the old school roof. This was a really cool broken down castle. Hard to take photographs in overcast conditions like this. But it's always good. As you can see, I was playing with the exposure, seeing which worked best. And at least you get one or two images that you can work with post-editing. So that darker exposure is quite nice. I always prefer to err on the side of a darker exposure than trying to go too light. It's always safer, and you can always bring back more detail later on. One of us walking in the park. Dad's photography. He is very good at it. And me messing up the shot as usual. GoPro out again, everyone in action, Mike doing the swing. Good quality fun in the park. He ended up breaking the swing, that was quite funny. He's now just getting some sun flare through the trees. That was lots of fun. Could actually be quite an interesting edit. Wheel down at Bournemouth Beach. That's actually a better one. Remember, you can always unpick later on. Minions. That was funny. Slightly overexposed there. I'm quite upset with that because that was a cool photo of using Dad. Funny sound. It's definitely Gigi's photography. As you can see, she's got a very creative eye. I have stolen some of their photographs, but gives me the best of both worlds. His dad and I photographing. That was fun. There's a flare that Gigi and I were playing with. GoPro in action. The green grasslands of the United Kingdom. Cool, so really chuffed with those photographs. So let's put the filter on and see how many we're left with. So we have 100. So we've got rid of 211 there. That is still a lot of photographs to edit. But let's get into it. So I always like to run through with a quick crop before we get started. So we always want to make sure our horizon is straight. You don't want a squiff horizon. That's a really cool photo. Just get rid of unnecessary stuff on the edges. And while you're doing this process, and if you don't like one of them, you can unflag really easily. I was recording some sound down on the beach. Really cool spot. It can actually be cropped in a little tighter. And then get that horizon straight again. Always want that to be balanced. It was a cold, miserable day, but we still managed to get out and enjoy ourselves, have fun. If you're battling to see the lines on whatever color it is, you can just pull the edge down to one of the lines, and then you can make sure that that line works, and then you can pull it back up. Just a little trick. I'm all about giving you guys tips and tricks. That's actually too close in. Slightly blurry, but we could use it. Quite nice texture on this wood. You always have to be aware of the movement of these animals and the speed at which they move. But let's try to keep his tail in there. So try to keep your shutter speeds high, even though it's an overcast day. You want to try and keep it quite high. You can punch up the ISO if need be. I really like this blurry background, so I'm going to try and get the focus on there. It's a really cool image. Quite chuffed with that. Much better exposure on this image, even though the head's not up. It's quite a nice photograph of the deer. Let's just see if we darken that. Oh, we could maybe save that. Let's keep it and have a look at it when we're done there. What I like to do when the sky's blowing out, just grab this graduated filter and pull that in and bring that exposure down, bring in a bit of dehaze, and you can just get a bit of the sky back there, which is quite nice. And just gives a bit more to it than that bland white look. This will work really nicely with the filter. Much better, adds a bit of mood there. We do need to lift this side so we can do another filter. If you get your angle wrong, you can just change that and move it to how you want it. We just want to pull that up a bit in the shadows. Much better. How's that for a different photo? Such good time spent with the family. That was really a really cool trip and created such good memories. So if you do crop in and you're not happy with what you found, then you can always unflag it. You're getting some filming of the B-roll. It's really cool how these two photographs are telling the story. So you can see Mark involved in the picture and then the close-up of the fossil. These fossils are really cool, built into the rocks here on the beach. That focus is hit really nicely. Very chuffed with that. Really cool how the flowers involved there. If you do unflag and you want it back, you can go undo. So this was a really cool example of how they positioned the castle here so that anyone attacking had to come down and then up to attack them. So they would know straight away if anyone was coming, and they had the advantage of being higher up to defend their castle. A little history lesson there for you guys. So these are it's really cool having the different shades of colors and the pink. So we don't want to crop in too close. I want to lose that. But you can play around with the angle that we're going to use, but I want to keep a bit of that. Bit of that green in the picture. You can see my ISO was quite high with the noise I've got in the background. It was our ISO on there. ISO at 400. So you can always check your details there. GoPro in action. Actually, I cut my fingernails for this photograph. Great joke. So we want to keep a character of this cool little pub while we're still involved. Good angles, Mark. That is a really cool photograph. Probably one of the better photographs of the holiday. I'm very impressed. Our resident photographer, Michael. I actually want to make this quite a dramatic photograph. Hold that Alt down to check what's been blown out. That's quite a cool effect. Let's just crop it in so we get right kind of focus points. That's cool. I like these sharp edges with the light around it. Awesome how you can pull back these raw images and just save them from a really badly exposed photograph. You can just pull back all that detail and you can save it. Helps when you're not such a great photographer. We've duplicated these, so we must just make sure we pick which one is the preferred. Problem when you got everyone in the family taking photographs, end up with quite a few, but you do get from different angles. So that's us done cropping all the photographs. We're going to end our Lightroom tutorial there. And look out for part 2. I'll put a link at the end of this video to part 2 where we finish up editing these and you can follow through on my basic workflow. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to see more of these videos and that's your thing, smash that subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers, guys.